Inclusive Employment Tips, Video 2 of 5, Job Advertisements.
There's a couple of things I would say about job advertisements. It's wrong to assume that by a general advertisement and waiting for candidates to apply that you will get people with lived experience of disability in a pool of candidates because of the barriers to education and employment that people with disability face. And because of those barriers, it's likely that those of us with disabilities might look at an advertisement and think, I don't meet those criteria. I don't have that level of work experience. So if you would like your organisation to be more diverse and if you want more people with disabilities working in your organisations, then it has to be a deliberate and conscious decision to go out and recruit people with disabilities.
2 years ago, when I felt like I was ready after my injury and going through rehab to perhaps turn my volunteering experience into paid employment again, I remember reading the job description for the disability inclusion trainer with purple orange. And I was like, tick, 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 I could do this really, really well. And if it wasn't for the next sentence that I read, I probably would have exited the screen and not applied. But that next sentence read, people living with disability or people with lived experience of disability are encouraged and welcome to apply. The fear of not being supported or not listened to if I was to tell them that I might need some adjustments or accommodations to be able to do my job, that fear went out the window. That simple sentence that perhaps took them 2 minutes to write meant the world to me.
If I look at it, I will probably apply for it thinking they must understand about disability or they wouldn't put it in. So I think it's a good idea for the time being. Yes, nay, not, maybe in 5 years' time that needs to be gone because the barriers will be gone. We will be supporting, it'll be just normal.
On one hand, it is very good that they're encouraging people who have disabilities like myself to apply, but it really depends on what they are doing it for. I have seen situations with different places that are like, these people should apply, but they don't give any allowances or any exceptions to them. They want them just to be there so they can say, look, we've got a person with a disability on our team.
Yeah, I would go beyond the sentence of just saying, you know, people with lived experience are welcomed and encouraged to apply. Perhaps having a sentence just outlining briefly, here are some of the ways that we are a supportive and inclusive work environment already. It could be something as simple as we offer working from home or flexi time, flexible hours. It could be that, you know, we're willing to remove the need for a driver's license off the job description because a lot of people with disability don't hold a driver's license.
Do you really need a license to do it? There's Ubers, trams, everything. Is a license specific to this role? Do I need to have these little bits and pieces in there, or can I be thinking through other ways of that? Are there workarounds? That would be something I would be mindful of, and it is one of the obvious ones that springs to mind.
Now, it's really good to have statements like we are flexible, we're an equal opportunity employer, we encourage people with disability or from culturally diverse backgrounds to apply, and those sort of things. They're great. But it's that personal contact where you can get the feel that this employer is willing to ask questions and to learn that really makes a difference. I've had this experience myself fairly recently. I applied for a state government position and all the right words were said and there was a contact person listed. When I went to the online application process, I found that my screen reader wasn't able to get around some parts of that application process. So I called the person. They first of all helped me in the way I asked. I wanted a way of filling in the form that I could use. But secondly, they asked the question, well, this is a process from here on. If you get shortlisted, are there any other adjustments you might need? So I appreciated that. That was a learning organisation, and a learning organisation is a strong organisation, and it would be a great place to work.
Inclusion is coming. Don't let your organization be left behind. This is the second video in a 5-part series. This series provides practical inclusion tips you can easily implement for each of the following stages of employment: job advertisements, job interviews, work induction, and workplace culture. We thank Trish Spargo, Michael Taggart, Ronnie Ware, Gavin Berner, Daniela Biaggi, and Lauren Spear for sharing their time and expertise. This video is a Purple Orange production. Get in touch to learn more. 08-8373-8388. admin@purpleorange.org.au, www.purpleorange.org.au.